Creolese, please. Creolese gone global. Creolese not local anymore. When I meet up with my people, when I hear them in the streets, using big words with melody like Ad-Libs and Pablo, I just smile inside and shake my head with pride, knowing that no matter where me they're worldwide, me can never hide from my culture. Is how we think this, is how we think this. Ta Creolese, please. All right, welcome to a special Virtual-40 edition of the Karna. My name is Uncle Pablo. I'm the proud producer and host of the Karna. And with me are my crew members for today. We have our two distinguished guests here. My regular crew members are Dion, Alfred Adams, who's our featured artist for today. We're going to be celebrating and showcasing the musical storytelling magic of Brother Al to the A. That's what I call him. We also have here a recording artist and promoter, also an audio engineer. Congratulations on that. Brother Danje is in the house. All right, welcome. And of course, we've got master producer, videographer, jack of all trades, podcaster, Brother Andy and Nancy Chichester is in the house. All right, welcome, my brother. So welcome to show number 25 on the Karna. As I mentioned, it's a very special Virtual-40 concert edition. The theme is peace, love, and justice. And before we get into it, like we always do, we have to give thanks and praises to the Most High, who created this reality we call life. Also, much love and praises to our ancestors who went through a lot so we could be here today. And finally, we're sending out love, hugs, and best wishes for anybody going through some things right now. We pray that things will get better. Healing mercies, I should say, for a Karna crew member, Sister Savvy Sinot, who is the host of Savvy on the Beat. She is not feeling too well, so we pray that she has a speedy recovery. So Sister Savvy, you're here in the spirit. We wish you well.
Yes.
All right.
Get well soon, Savvy.
Exactly. Get well soon. Get well soon, my sister. This is what we're having today, a special Virtual-40 concert edition. And for the fans joining us today who have not heard of the Virtual-40 concert, this is going to be a series of 4 concerts that we will have annually on the Karna. It will be on the first Saturday of the first month of every new quarter. So it'll be in January, the first Saturday, in April, the first Saturday, in July, the first Saturday, and today in October, the very first Saturday. So the vision is really to celebrate and showcase Creole talent. Could be a musician, could be a singer, could be an artist, a performance painter, poet, a comedian. So we encourage all artists to contact me, Uncle Pablo. You can reach me at facebook.com/Jamie Pablo. That's JAIME-PABLO. Or you can just call me on WhatsApp at 678-488-6795. All right, so artists, welcome. Additionally, sponsors are welcome as well. So I've been able to solicit a few sponsors because part of the vision of the Karna is to make sure that we respect and recognize and reward the work that artists put into creating what they create. So what we will do is to ensure that every artist gets an honorarium. All right. And to make that happen, we need sponsors. All right, so this is the plan for today, our rundown. Of course, the welcome message, we're in that right now, which will be followed by an artist introduction, which will be done by Dion C.A. Jones. That will be followed by the music and Muse of Brother Alfred. He will be sharing 3 live recordings of his music. We've got 3 songs listed here today, plus his camp and regent vibe. So you're going to want to see that. It's very, very interesting. This is Alfred's unique method of creating what he creates. So the three songs today are Stay Inside, Fields of Love, and Love Rise Again. All right, so I can't wait for you guys to experience that. We had a great rehearsal, so we are ready to go. So again, welcome to our fans joining us on Facebook Live. You're watching a special V-40, Virtual-40 concert edition of the Karna. It's also show number 25, and we've got a distinguished panel as well as the featured artists. So without any further ado, I'm going to go into the next segment of today's show, which is the artist introduction by Sister Dion Jones.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
It is my pleasure to introduce Alfred Adams. Alfred was born in Linden, Guyana, a country where every possible genre of music is played and appreciated. Alfred has, at some point, dabbled in all of those genres. He has spent the past 2 decades playing ska, rocksteady, funk, jazz, folk, and reggae in the Washington, D.C. area. He has also spent his lifetime tending to his passion or obsession with creativity, both as an observer and the creator himself. Alfred provided the backbone of the rhythm section of the DC award-winning world reggae band, John Stone, with his arsenal of percussive sound. Alfred describes himself as an acoustic musical storyteller. His stories strive to be agents for the cultivation of peace, love, and justice. He also has a deep love for photography and videography. Alfred's composition, Be Thankful, won a DC Reggae Song of the Year. He also co-wrote Shashamane Land, which also won the DC Song of the Year award. If ever you're looking for Alfred, there is a very good chance that you'll find him in his basement in his project studio. It is my sincere pleasure to welcome you today to the song of Alfred Adams.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Sister Dion. So, Brother Alfred, the floor is yours, brother.
Yeah.
Before we get into song.
Yeah, just to touch back on that word, Shashamane. I'm sure you all are aware that this is the 50 hectares of land that Haile Selassie set aside for people, for Africans in the diaspora to go back to Africa. And it was it was taken advantage of mostly by Rastafarians in Jamaica. So nice. They all started moving back. So there's this, but after he died and all the governments came into being, they started taking back the land. Wow. So what was 50 hectares is probably now down to like 1 hectare. I don't know, but that's what Shashamane Land by Johnstone was about. And you can type that in Google and hear that song. It's really nice. It's also paying homage to
Garvey, Marcus Messiah Garvey.
Yeah, it's a
nice.
It's a tribute to Marcus.
The repatriation movement. Yes, sir. Well, thank you, brother, for sharing that. Sure. The fans are waiting anxiously to hear song number 1. But before we get into that, I want you to talk about, the title is Stay Inside, all right? So let's talk about the inspiration for Stay Inside.
Yeah. So Stay Inside, one of the things that I like doing as a storyteller, I like to take inanimate objects and concepts and bring them to life, So in doing so, I can have a conversation with them, like with my guitar. I could, if I name it guitar, I can start speaking to it and it can answer me, that kind of thing. So Stay Inside is about a discussion with life itself,
Absolutely.
Life, right. So basically what I'm saying is, here are these situations where these 2 people got injured, right? And I'm begging life not to leave their body. Please stay inside, think about their mother and their father and all. Please stay inside, So that's what Stay Inside is about.
It's all about. All right. So without any further ado, let's bring you
Stay Inside. Stay inside. Stay inside. Don't come out tonight. Oh, stay inside. Stay inside. Don't come out tonight. See how the little girls they playing in the street. Hey. Ooh, laughing and they singing and they dancing, loving the double Dutch beat. They're doing all the things that little girls love to do. Woo, woo, woo. Loving their life as they dance and they sing. But look now, one of the girls has fallen to the ground. Her screams from her laughter trailed a deafening sound. Up the hill, running and screaming, come on, mommy and her daddy. While down the hill, across the alley, tribal war continues. Continue to rally. They're shooting up the alley. They're killing one another for little money. But oh, life, I beg you stay inside Julie's body. Oh, life, I beg you think about Julie, mommy and her daddy. Oh, life, breathe. Stay inside, stay inside. Don't come out Julie's body tonight. Don't come out. Barely 19 enlistment to beat the streets. Ooh, waving goodbye, the tears roll his mama's cheeks. Trained and ready, Johnny's now a killing machine. Just got the car to the front line, them sell the war, it just begins. But look now, it seems Johnny's falling to the ground. Johnny was running from the streets of his hometown when they shot him down on a foreign land. Across the bridge, they're running and they're ducking and they're shooting, trying to reach him. While down the hill, across the valley, power war continues. Continue to rally. They're shooting up the valley. They're droning that woman and her picnic. But oh, I beg you think about Johnny's body. Oh, I beg you think about Johnny, mommy and his daddy. Whoa, please stay inside, stay inside. Don't come out Johnny's body tonight. Don't come out.
That was amazing, man. There's one thing I want the fans to know. Again, you're watching the very first Virtual-40 concert on the Karna featuring acoustic musical storyteller, Brother Alfred Adams. And we just heard one of his musical stories, Stay Inside. So, brother.
Yes, sir.
Let the fans understand that everything that they hear and see was created by you. In fact, you were a one-man band, but you do everything simultaneously live. Talk about that.
Yeah, and you know this was your requirement, sir. You wanted live performance, you know. So
absolutely.
So the whole idea is to make sure everything that is being presented is being done in that space, in that time, and being recorded. So there's
absolutely.
There's no overdubbing and so. But by the way, after I was finished, I did put a little bit of effects on
yes.
on those voice, but it's still a live performance. Everybody does that. But yeah, it's I started out as a drummer, as
yes.
John was saying. I played drums with many bands. Going back to when I was like 13, 14 in Guyana, I was a drummer. But I've always also played the guitar, and so what I wanted to do in that piece, and something that I'm really working on, is sitting at a bass drum and a hi-hat with my guitar and my voice.
So what's a hi-hat? Remember, we're not all
well,
versed in the terms.
So on a drum kit, you have cymbals that are used for crashes.
Right.
Like you see guys crashing.
Yes.
And sometimes you see a guy doing like this, and he's hitting. It's really it's two cymbals that are closed. Right?
Okay.
So you hit that,
and there's a foot pedal as well.
Yeah,
that's the one on the left foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you raise
I
your foot,
must say, it's the first time I've ever witnessed somebody play drums and a guitar.
Wow, it's amazing. Yeah.
I've never seen that before. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna share. That's how I'm gonna share this live. Come see this guy play drums and guitar at the same time.
That's right. That's right.
That is, I must say, a major big ups and major kudos. Even figuring out how to do that. You know what I'm saying? You took the elements that you needed from the drum that you could work with your legs.
Yes.
That's amazing, man. That's
right.
Yeah.
Enough respect to Brother Al to the
And the thing is, you can't look at it as 5 different elements. You just have to look at it as one stream of whatever it is that you're doing, and all of these things are contributing to that stream of. Because if you start thinking about the different elements, you confuse yourself. You
basically just made a new instrument. I don't know what we're gonna call that.
Yeah, there we go. So much love and respect to you. Again, you're watching our very first Virtual-40 concert on the Karna. It's also show number 25, and our featured artist is Acoustic Musical Storyteller, Brother Alfred Adams. Now, Brother Al, when you said stay inside, the first thing I thought about was quarantine. That came to me. Yeah. Was there any connection?
Well, the inspiration came in the early part of the pandemic. And I really was not thinking, even though I was staying inside, everybody was staying inside.
Right.
Maybe it had some sort of subliminal or subconscious.
Yes, of course.
But many people say that, like when I open it, stay inside, the old pandemic, stay inside. Not about that. Yeah. But it works,
Yeah, man. That's absolutely.
That's the thing about lyrics and stories. They mean different things to different people, So,
absolutely.
I love that.
How would you describe your musical style, my brother?
It's, well, the theme is peace, love, and justice. So
yes.
And so every single thing that I write, that I put out, is a reflection of me, So any song you hear, any lyric you hear coming from me, rest assured, I feel that way deep down inside. And so more than anything else is just the ability to, after having come to know yourself over the years, it is a joy to be able to express my thoughts and who I am.
Yes.
In words and music, and at the same time, not offend anyone, even my enemies.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna big you up with this quote from John Lewis, right? And when I heard it, I thought of you, because we've had many conversations. We talk about, a lot of the stuff is going on in the world, but the quote goes like this: visionaries like you, Brother Alfred, are born so far ahead of their time, they must sequester themselves, big word, in poetry, music, prose, philosophy, in order to express what they hope to see. So I want you to know that I thought of you when I read that quote for the first time.
That.
So
I like that.
Yes, sir.
I love it, actually. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I will share it with you.
Yeah.
So, brother, I want to reach out to Brother Andy and Nancy to give his thoughts on how the song "Stay Inside" resonated with him.
Good morning, one and all. Of course, I thoroughly enjoyed that that opening piece.
Yes.
But I think my mind would be a little bit where some of the younger folks like Don Don J's mind might be, because I mean, but Alfred put it together well, you know, playing drums and strumming. It's no easy thing. It's really no easy feat, right? To do those three things together. Anybody who would have played instruments would know that, right? So that was a feat in itself. But I could not, you know, and I know he describes himself as a acoustic musical storyteller. But I think Don J would back me up here. I could not help but hear the full band like a steel pulse, backing with you know, with the one drop and a lead guitar coming in. I couldn't help but, you know, be hearing those things. Tell them, Don J.
Absolutely.
Man, absolutely. I respect it, because like especially for this V-40 concert, I see it as being something very intimate. You know, I believe we're gonna dive into your business today, Mr. Alfred, learn about you and about your music and where it comes from. So to me, I think that was definitely amazing to come up with the idea to play your drums and your guitar, but it also gave me a authentic you know, representation of what kind of artist you are. You know what I'm saying? So naturally, as a producer and an engineer, I could hear hear you behind a full band and all that. But I also do appreciate the stripped down, you know, authentic, you know, artistry in that sense. So I believe that we are in for something proper today.
I appreciate both of those perspectives, and trust me, as I was playing that, all kinds of horns and bass lines I'm hearing, you know, like you know, I'm hearing all kinds of I'm hearing all that stuff, you know. But the one thing that I like is to be able to put it together so that the listener's hearing what I'm doing, but they're hearing all these other things too, you know.
Yes, sir.
So you're still able to evoke that spirit, that one drop spirit that you guys are speaking about. I appreciate that. I appreciate
awesome.
that. And,
all right.
And
well, I wanna take a moment to welcome Brother Pablo G to the Karna.
Yes, same man. That's the same man.
The same man, Pablo G, has joined our panel on this, our very first Virtual-40 concert. Of course, he's an awards-winning Guyanese artist and philanthropist. He recently received an award from Gambia, I think. Yeah. So brother Pablo G, tell the fans respect. Welcome to the Karna.
Thank you very much. Much love.
Congratulations again. Give us a quick spiel on the award you just received.
Good morning, everybody.
Respect. Good morning. Good morning.
Respect in every aspect. The award I received is a Humanitarian Award. It was from Ghana. They recognize the Gambia movement that I'm doing, charity Gambia, and then the song "The Same Man" has been playing in Senegal and Gambia, West Africa. You know, so respect. Yeah, man, respect. It was a pleasure.
So we have to always respect the guys who laid the way, and Pablo G has been in the game for a long time, and it's important. Just like I venerated the ancestors and the creator, we gotta venerate our guys who've been doing this thing for a long time. And even Don J, though he's young, he's been in the game a long time. Yeah, Andy the same, Alfred the same. You know, you guys have been doing it, and I enough respect. I'm a late comer, but I take notes when you guys are talking. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
Enough respect. So thank you, brother Pablo G. Go ahead,
brother Pablo. We must definitely pay our respect to the lady that's amongst us. I know Dion we saw before, but
yeah, I was going there.
Well, yeah, she's in the background there, but
absolutely. Okay, Dion, much respect to the ladies on the panel.
Thank you. I'm so honored to be here to finally see that brother Alfred meet and exceed my expectations in terms of his artistry. You're just so good. You're just so good, brother Alfred.
Thank you.
One of a kind.
Absolutely. Thank you. Now, Sister Carol Monchois is also a member of the Karna crew. and she has been very instrumental. In fact, some of the people that you see on the show today, especially Pablo G, she made the contact for me to get in touch with Pablo G. So it's all about collaboration and networking.
Yes.
And Carol and I worked closely as members of Gaia Spawn with Alfred as well and Pablo G on the various events that we had, the Matma concert as well as the Gaia Spawn Live. So collaboration in action, all right? So that's what it's all about.
One love.
But thank you, one love, yeah. So brother Alfred, back to you. Again, it's all about Brother Al today, all right? You're watching our very first Virtual-40 concert on the Karna. Welcome to our fans joining us in Facebook Live. Please share the link to all of your friends so everybody can come on and enjoy this beautiful music, all right? Yeah. So Brother Al, the second song is titled Fields of Love. Talk about the inspiration for the title as well as the song.
You know, it's interesting that I don't know if it was a dream, maybe it was like a daytime dream, but I had this vision of maybe about 5 or 6 folks standing in a field, hand in hand, holding hands, and kind of looking up to the sky, right? And so that was the initial vision, and so what came to mind was they're standing in the field and they're looking for something, you know. And you would think in a literal sense, it would be like for crops. And I think Brother Pablo is saying something, but he's muted. I don't know if he's muted.
Are you saying something, Pablo G?
No, that was
okay.
No worries. So in a literal sense, they could be waiting for a crop to grow,
right,
or whatever. But knowing me, I took it to another place that, you know, they've planted seeds of love.
Yes.
And they're standing in this field and they're waiting for the love to like grow. They're waiting to harvest this love, you know.
Wonderful.
So it just took off from there, you know.
Absolutely. So as far as the process of writing, generally, how long does it take you to go from idea to finished product? Average?
It could take a year. It could take a year and a half. I mean, because the way it is with me, if I have an idea or an inspiration and it doesn't leave me in a couple of days, that's an indication to me that this is an inspiration that I need to work on, right?
Absolutely.
So I would get my phone, and whatever the status of the inspiration is, I would like sing it into the phone or do something, you know, that because if you don't, it's going to be gone and you're never going to remember it again.
I was just about to say to you, you played a lot of games with a couple of days, because this inspiration thing, it does not belong to us.
It does not.
Sometimes, a lot of times I get a vibe or inspiration and I sleep on it. I'm like, and next thing you know, a couple of days later, I probably hear it on the radio. A month later, I hear it on the radio somewhere. It's not identical, but the melodies is there, you know, and it's like, yo, this stuff don't belong to us. We got to move right away.
I'm glad you said that, Don J. It's good to have that young energy, because I never thought about it like that. Because what you're saying is, when you get an inspiration, the same inspiration is going to many people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the work that has to be done.
If you don't act on it, a lot of times we feel blessed, we are that, but like, you know, you gotta.
It's not just you.
Yeah, because sometimes you remember the words, but you can't remember the melody, and it was the melody that was carrying it.
But then you hear it on the radio next month.
Wonderful. All right.
That's interesting. I like that. I like that because I never thought about it like that. I always felt that when I get an inspiration, I get my inspiration, you know. But no, it's millions of us on this globe having the same.
You probably blocked your own blessing by not following that time. If you got something that's determined, that's good. Sometimes I get those too. Like, you know, I'm singing a certain melody for a couple of days subconsciously. I didn't even realize that I'm humming something or whatever. And then, you know, those are persistent ones. But I've had cases where, you know, I had something and I didn't act on it and it just disappeared.
It went.
Yeah.
And so that's why I put my stuff in my phone. As soon as As soon as I get to a point whereby this is making sense, I sing it into my. So if you were to pick up my phone and go to the voice messages, there's thousands, and they don't make sense. It wouldn't make any sense to you, but I sometimes have to listen to it over and over and over, and then it comes back.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you, brother. Thank you for that insight. As a poet, I can relate, in terms of the creative process and the inspiration. I've got tons of stuff on my phone as well, so I can definitely relate. But what I want to do is let the fans joining us on Facebook know that we're going to give each of the artists on the show today an opportunity to tell us about what they do, where we can contact them, and they're all available for gigs. So it's important that artists feel that when they come on the Karna, right? All of the fans out there, we've got sponsors, we've got promoters, we've got all those folks out there watching. Just know that these artists are available for gigs, and just stay on the live and you will get all of their contact information. How was sound there?
You sound
all right.
Great.
So here is the second song, or musical story, I should say, to be precise, Fields of Love by Brother Alfred Adams. Enjoy.
Shabba-dabba-dabba-da, shabba-dabba-shabba-ya, shabba-dabba-shabba-ya, shabba-ya, yeah. Shabba-dabba-dabba-da, shabba-dabba-shabba-ya, shabba-dabba-shabba-ya, shabba-ya, hey. We sprinkling with hope, we spreading seed, we standing in these fields. We waiting for love to grow and grow, yeah. Time and time again, tribulations they get rough. The trials there was enough, but we will only reap what we sow. So now we standing in these fields, we waiting for love to grow and grow, yeah. Shabba yuba 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 yow, shabba dab shabba yow, shabba dab shabba yow. Shabba yow, yeah. Shabba ba da, oh shabba dab shabba yow, shabba dab shabba yow, shabba yow, hey. A hill may be rocky and a rock slippery, but we gon' keep climbing to the top. This is our destiny. Oh yeah. And as soon as it will be harvest time, we will nourish ourselves and leave no one behind. We're standing in these fields of love, it's almost harvest time. Whoa, yeah. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-dow, shabba-dow-shabba-yow, shabba-dow-shabba-yow, shabba-yow, yeah. Shabba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-dow, shabba-dow-shabba-yow, shabba-dow-shabba-yow, hey, shabba-yow, yeah. We sprinkling with hope. We spreading them seeds. Yes, and we standing in this fields, oh. We standing in this fields of love, waiting for growth. Oh yes, we standing and we waiting. We standing and we standing, we waiting for the love to.
To end Alfred's songs prematurely because there's always something at the end. So I said, even though it went black, I said, you know what, let me listen, there's something else there, because he's very meticulous, and you heard the little drum beats towards the end. So again, lovely, lovely piece of music there, brother. So I'm gonna reach out to the panel right now, starting with Don J. How did Fields of Love hit you, brother?
I mean, once again, it's just a repeat of the first in terms of the feel, you know, in terms of the vibe that, you know, I feel, you know, it's extremely consistent, you know, with who he is as an artist. I could tell already, you know. Nice. I'm over here singing along. I'm collaborating on one of my things, you know. But it was definitely feel good. And I think you said a strong tone, Mr. Alfred. Now I don't know what we're gonna do after you. You come here playing drums and guitar. Now
raise the bar.
Is a proper kickoff at the Karna.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Next thing thank you. Guys gonna be hanging from mango trees.
We got something, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'll wait till it die down. I'll go.
Yeah.
I can hang on the split tree.
There you go. So any other takes from the panel on Fields of Love?
Fields of Love, I'm Pablo G. Fields of Love, I felt it is the guitar for me. It's the guitar for me.
Yes,
wow.
Thank you.
Alfred, big up yourself. You know, it's strange that I was supposed to be collaborating with Alfred and it ended up to be Jamie Pablo. You know?
But hey, there's still time, you know.
You stepped up your game right there, man.
Oh my God, y'all know my head big already, right? So watch it before these things explode here. But thank you, yeah. But it's all good, you know. It's like Alfred and I collaborated. So Alfred, myself, and Andy collaborated on Beat Your Drum, which is a piece on my This Journey EP. So Alfred did the drumming outro. So it's all happening, you know, and there's room for a lot more collaborations. We've got Don J here now, you know, so you never know. Things are gonna happen, man. I feel it.
Yes, man.
Big up to Don J. We're sprinkling the seeds of hope, right? And the fields of collaboration and love is gonna grow from that. You know what I'm saying? How you like that, Alfred?
Yeah, check this out. A hill may be rocky and a rock slippery.
Yes.
But we're gonna just keep climbing, man. You fall down and you get up and you keep climbing again.
Yes. Yeah, all right.
One quick question for Alfred.
Yes, go ahead, bro.
What's your approach to creating melodic and rhythmic ad-libs? It's a difficult thing for me. You know, this key bap and thing. What's your approach to that?
Well, I think it has to do with, as a toddler, my father was a jazz enthusiast, and so he always listened to scatting and you bring in that bounce and the Caribbean stuff, and it's for some reason. But the thing that I can't do, and I heard Don J doing it, is runs when you're singing. You know the runs that like gospel people do. I can't do that stuff at all. But if it
like
comes
Luther Vandross, right?
Yeah, I can't do those kind of stuff. I can't do. But when it comes to just ad-libbing the vibe within the music, it just comes natural. It just comes natural. Nice. I can't tell you, but what I do is like I would sit. Yeah, what I do. Okay. When I do. So I sit with the guitar and I would play the chords and I would just like exercise in that progression, you know.
Nice.
So that after a while, and the thing is, you start with the melody of the song. That's a lot of things that folks don't realize. When it's time to ad lib or to solo, you start with the structure of the song and then you start going away from it, you know, and that's what most jazz players do, and then they come back to the melody in you, and so the ad lib has to be native to the music and the progression and everything else. So you start with the melody. I'll answer your question shortly. Too late, right? Start with the melody and the rhythm of the song, and then just change a few things here and there, you know, and before you know.
There you go. I want to welcome Brother Raj. I see he just joined us, another member of the crew. Raj is visually, he's actually blind. He's visually challenged. But Raj is an artist himself. He's a poet. We featured his poems and his stories, very funny Creole stories on the Karna. He usually sends them to me and I do my best to narrate them in the voice, the character that that it calls for. But a big shout out to Raj. We love you and keep doing your thing, my brother. All right. Raj is also a philanthropist like Pablo G. You know, the RajFoundation.com, right? He's very active in getting resources to the visually challenged in Guyana as well as in Suriname. So a big shout out to Raj.
Yes, sir.
And which kind of a seed of thought this came into my mind, which is that our next, and I will announce this later on, the next show on the Karna is actually our 1 year anniversary show. So we've been doing this thing for 1 year, right? As the Creole proverb says, one dirty build down. All right. So October 15th will be a special anniversary show. And we're going to have Raj, the prose and poetry of Raj featured there as well. So just want to take a moment to give Raj a big shout out there.
By the way, you don't want me to explain what 1 Dirty Bill Dam is about, right? I mean,
you should know that by now.
Not again. Okay.
Yeah. I know you didn't go to QC, but you know, you've been on the show a lot, because if you don't, I'm gonna have to tell Teacher Dion Glasgow that Alfred wasn't paying attention.
And then you're late.
You gotta go to detention.
Yeah.
Any other final thoughts on the second song by Alfred, Fields of Love? There was one thing I wanted to say. It's almost harvest time, right? And you're sprinkling the fields with seeds of, you said hope, with hope, but I'm assuming that's seeds of hope.
Yeah, we sprinkling with love. In other words, if you're planting, you know, people say speak to your plants and that kind of thing.
Right.
If you're planting with love in your heart. You know, the earth is gonna know, you know.
Yes.
That you're not planting because you're trying to rob people and that kind of thing. We sprinkling with hope, we spreading seeds. We sprinkling with hope, we spreading seeds.
Right.
And hope is love and everything else, you know.
But love is going to grow from that as well.
Yes.
Okay, that's that one. I was just being precise. But
and
it's
I appreciate
that. You know, I'm a writer, so I love the words and the meaning.
And the love is cyclic, you know, because you're there because of love.
Right.
And now you're planting seeds to grow more love, you know.
Right. So what you just taught me there is that the love is not just the end product. Love is within the entire process.
Yes.
From beginning to end.
Love is
brilliant.
Yeah,
you see, I'm paying attention, teacher.
Yeah, man. Love is.
All right.
The phrase is love is, you know.
Yes, sir. Again, for the fans joining us, welcome to the Karna show number 25. You're watching our very first Virtual-40 concert on the Karna, and we're celebrating and showcasing the amazing talent and musical storytelling artistry of Brother Alfred Adams. All right. At the end of the show, in our conversation piece, we're going to share all the contact information for Alfred and all of the artists that you see here on the panel, so that you can reach out to them for anything that you need that's within their purview of creativity. So now the next song, the third song that Alfred is going to do for us today, which was recorded live, is Love. Speaking of love, here's the theme again. The theme is peace, love, and justice. And it definitely, there's a thread of those themes within each song. So the third song is titled Love Rise Again. Brother Al, talk about the inspiration to that song.
Yeah, Love Rise Again. By the way, the sound is gonna be a little muddy, and so but the essence and the spirit is coming through, you know, in the performance, but it is a live performance. But so this came to me when Barack Obama, in his first run for president, he wasn't president yet, but is the year before, and all the things that were happening, you know, and all of a sudden the world was looking at this one man, and it just seems as though he was like uber ready for the moment. You know, there wasn't anything that he could do that would take away from, you know, this destiny. You know, he just seemed like you know, like the return or something like that.
Right.
And so this whole thing about Love Rise Again is about, it's not necessarily him, but it's about an energy that is saying,
Yes.
you know, an energy is saying, yo, let's you know, let's really look at this life and do the right things, and so I'm using him as sort of like the symbol, you see, like,
Right.
take
Okay.
my hand, you
Wonderful.
walk along the way and that kind of thing. But it's sort of like self-explanatory, you know.
Gotcha. And having said that, let's go right into Love Rise Again. This, again, you're watching the Karna Virtual-40 concert number 1, and we're about to play the 3rd song recorded live, performed by Brother Alfred Adams. Here is Love Rise Again.
We all must go, a special place we all should know. Take my hand, we'll walk along the way. Make some plans, make some friends for the coming day, when the sun will rise again in our lives. Again, moonlit night will shine so bright, it'll be our guiding light, my friend. Rain will fall and wash away our failings. Oh yes, it will. And the snow will keep us cool if that fire burns. And if the fire burns the snow, it will keep us cool. And then the rain will fall and wash away our failings. And then the moonlit night will shine so bright, it'll be our guiding light. The sun will rise again in our lives. I know a place where we all must go. Love is that place. Love we all should know. Come take my hand, come we walk and talk along the way. We're gonna make some plans, we're gonna take a stand for the coming day, where the sun will rise again, the sun will rise again and again and again. Look to the east, see it rising again, and the moonlit night will shine so bright, brighten up the darkness of night, and it'll be our guiding light, our guiding light. And the rain will fall and wash away our failings, all our failings. And the snow will keep us cool if that fire burns. And if the fire burns the snow, it will keep us cool. And then the rain will fall and wash away our failings, and in the moonlit night will shine so bright. It'll be our guiding light. The sun will rise again in our life, in our life. The rain will fall and wash away our failings, and then the moonlit night will shine so bright. It'll be our, well, it'll be our, well, it'll be our guiding line. Oh, 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 should-do-le-do-do, do-le-do-do, should-le-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, 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 should-do-le-do-do, should-do-le-do-do, should-le-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
That's actually, in terms lyrically, that's my favorite. I love the words. I mean, I listened and I took notes, and but before I get into my questions, I'm going to open the floor to members of the panel. Again, let's go with starting with Brother Pablo G. How did that hit you, brother?
Yeah, great song. You know, it make me fall in love again, or falling in love again.
You're in love, man.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you, Brother Pablo G. Sister Carol Monchois, are you there? Can you, how did that song, Love Rise Again, hit you?
I'm still digesting it. It's just so delicious.
Nice.
Brother Al, you're just so phenomenal. You know, I don't know how you were able to put these thoughts together in such a meaningful way and just deliver it with such expression. I'm really, truly impressed.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your gift with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Carol. So for me, Alfred, the imagery evoked by the words, you know, I couldn't help but seeing this song as the theme being "Don't give up," right? Don't give up, because the sun will rise, the rain will wash away your failings, even the moon will shine a light to guide you, right? So don't give up is my takeaway from that song.
And the snow will keep you cool
the snow will keep you cool if the fire burns.
Yeah.
Right? So the thing is, don't give up, but at the same time, keep that fire burning.
Yeah.
Right? So stay on your path, because everything is going to be all right if you keep the fire burning. That was my takeaway. I thought it was a brilliantly written song, lyrically.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man, you got it. All right.
And like I
Keep
said,
it groovy.
We're gonna move into the next segment of the show is about a discussion, but I'm gonna kick off the discussion actually by having Alfred give us some insight into what he calls the camp and regent vibe. And then we'll kind of share a slice of that vibe with you. So Alfred, the floor is yours, brother.
Yeah, so whenever something hits me kind of powerful, it is my way of registering who I am and where I'm from, right? So I could take a name like Camp and Regent, because there's no one that don't, when you say Camp and Regent Street, there's no one from Guyana at least who don't get a vibe. You know, if somebody say Camp and Regent Street and you don't get a vibe, you know, is something, you know. So what I try to do is, and it's okay if people from Guyana don't get it, but I'm saying if you're from Guyana and somebody says Camp and Regent Street and you don't get an immediate vibe, you know, it's well, you should, okay, but yeah, what I do is I try to take something like that and attach it to something, at some inspiration that I'm having. This way, it adds another dimension to it. You know?
Absolutely.
It's me doing what I did in the first two songs, sitting in front of what was my first instrument, the drums, and using my 2 feet and using my hands on the guitar and singing. The one thing I wish I could do is the harmonica, because man, that would top it. That would top it off.
Absolutely.
But,
just put it around your neck like
oh my
Stevie, and then
God.
just
Oh
while
my
you're
God.
doing that.
When
That
I
would be
think about
amazing. Yeah.
It drives me nuts that I can't do that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the melodies and stuff you can do, right?
Right.
But doing that and establishing that whole thing with the drums and the guitar and instead of playing sticks, I'm actually using the strumming and the chords as I would sticks, you know?
Absolutely.
So instead of, I'm doing like dun, 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 and my 2 feet are going, right? So it's about creating a rhythm with these elements. And you know, I didn't sing yet, but it's about doing, you know, like we were speaking the other day about the Yoruba singers, you know?
Right.
Yeah, and doing that stuff and getting the vibe and chanting and that kind of thing. And so I figured it has absolutely nothing to do, but I figured I would call it Camp and Regent Street.
There you go. Wonderful, wonderful. Go ahead, Don J.
I learned that from watching the James Brown movie. He had a whole conflict with his band. He looked into the percussion section. He's like, "What is that you holding in your hand?" Like a tuba. It's a drum. What is that you holding in your hand? A trumpet. It's a drum. It's a drum.
Yeah, yeah.
And he started going with the tap, 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 tap. Come on, man, give me some vibes. Give me some vibes. And then you realize that you could accent with anything.
Anything.
And the laws of drums. And it's crazy. You create a pulse and energy.
That's why guys do beatbox with their mouth. Bzz, pop, bzz, bzz, you know, that kind of thing, you know, and then really get excellent at it.
One quick thing on the Camp and Regent, Alfred. Now, I can quickly and readily relate, right? Not a critique or anything, but my time interviewing people for different reasons, all right? As a journalist and under other circumstances, I've realized there are some people who cannot connect to that. Why? There's some people, the only time they ever saw Georgetown was when they were on their way to Tamari, to jump on a flight to come over here or to Canada or anything. I mean, and that is a significant amount of people.
And they wouldn't feel it. They wouldn't.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, they won't connect with that at all.
There's another group of us, 4 of us that record virtually. As a matter of fact, we're getting together to do another project. One guy's in Switzerland. Menez is in New York. And well, the name I gave it is Lamahaw Street. Okay. So when I named the band Lamahaw Street, everybody was like, "Wow, you know, is that what is that? What do you mean?" It's just something that brings something to mind. When you say Lamahaw Street, sure, there's people who are not going to relate, but when you say Lamahaw Street to a Guyanese, they look around, you know, because it does something to them, you know. Lamahaw Street. It's like that main thoroughfare, you know, like Regent or Camp.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And of course, Guyana once upon a time being the Mecca for artists in the Caribbean to come and record and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully we can get back to those days, all right?
A lot of the history that we don't know, especially the younger generation, I'm privy to knowing that, you know, but a lot of us don't know, you know.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is to give you guys a slice of the Camp and Regent vibe, all right? So let's experience that now.
because it's a real weird meter, weird rhythm. But as soon as you start singing that quick stuff, kind of stuff on top of it, it starts to make sense.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So again, you're watching the Karna Virtual-40 concert, our very first one, and our featured artist is Brother Alfred Adams, acoustic musical
Brother
storyteller.
Alfred, you have any siblings?
Yes, I have a brother who's passed. He passed in 17. He's 7 years older than I am, and I have a sister who is 3 years older than I am. And I'm the only one in the family that decided that I wanted to actually play instrument. But everybody loved music to death.
Right. And you all grew up together?
Yes, absolutely.
You having so much fun over there with your instruments. You look like an only child. That's funny. Only children have to love and be by themselves. Some people might think they're antisocial, but they learn to love themselves. And like my son, he could have you think he in a room with another kid sometime. He and they're having a fun grand time by himself. You know what I mean? You have so much fun over there.
I remember earlier Alfred that said that he hears these voices in his head. So I hope that's not a condition, but that's just
we all got voices. We all got voices. We choose to do with the voices is the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Danje, excuse me, Danje. You're talking about me, but I'm the only child,
You are?
There you go.
So quiet.
Absolutely. So Alfred.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. I wanted to ask you about your musical influences. You mentioned jazz. Name some artists and some music styles that kind of, you lean on or that you love.
Yeah. Well, jazz for sure.
Yeah.
There's that, and then the extension of jazz, which was like Weather Report and these days it would be Snarky Puppy and
okay.
And then you have all these like really weird types of vibes. But I must say that we in Guyana, not yet anyways, but I do believe that in time we're gonna have a strong genre coming out of Guyana. We may not live to see it. We may not
there
live,
you go.
But I know it will happen. Because the thing that we have to do is leave it to the people who are on the ground in Guyana with their experiences. The great music always comes off of the street.
Yes.
So if we abroad and we trying to create a music in Guyana, it's going to be something else. But eventually a music is going to rise from Guyana. I love Jamaican music, man. I love it. And I guess it's because some impressionable years, listening to like Rocksteady and that kind of thing. And I love folk music. My brother introduced me to Otis Redding when I was a little kid. As a matter of fact, when Otis Redding died, he died a few days before he was to visit Guyana. My brother had tickets. To go see him.
Wow.
And so I don't even know if he got refunded. And then Otis died, but I've been an Otis Redding fan since then. My brother introduced me to the Beatles. I'm a huge Beatles fan, So,
nice.
So it's all those things, And to me, I don't like my personal music to sound like anything. I like it to sound different. One of the things, I left Guyana in the 70s, and one of the things I always wonder about and think about is if I did not leave Guyana, who would I be? And so I look at the kids that are growing up now, like in their 30s and their 40s in Guyana, and I it's like I'm trying to get into their heads and I'm trying to figure out what their thoughts are. And I know that they've been exposed to the internet and they got a lot more exposure than we did back then. So I find that when I interact with the youth, especially youth on the ground, I have, even here, but I interact a lot with youth on the ground in Guyana because you hear stuff from them that you don't hear from we hardbacks out,
right,
out in the diaspora. But you hear a perspective from them that That's so awesome, and it's kind of, it's really rich, and those kids are really intelligent, and we think we speak Creolese. Man, just to listen to those kids speak their Creolese, the ones on the ground, and then they can switch back to like perfect
Right.
English. And so it's really, and musicians too. I've had a lot of
Right.
musicians on the ground contacting me because, because I do kind of like acoustic rootsy kind of things, and they kind of like that because they're so used to the sampling and the machines and stuff like that. So when they
Right.
hear me doing like acoustic things, and I love that too. I wish I could do that kind of stuff that they do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I would like for them to help me with that kind of like
There
sampling
you go.
stuff, and I
So
would,
it's all about collaborating,
yeah,
right?
and I'd
And
help with like
networking,
groups
yeah.
and stuff.
And we are hopeful that the Karna will be a field where those
Yeah,
seeds of collaboration can
fields
be planted,
fields
right?
of
Fields,
whatever.
exactly. You're watching the special Virtual-40 concert edition, and we're celebrating the talent and acoustic musical stories of Brother Alfred Adams. We just talked about his camp and regent method. So Alfred and all of the other artists on the panel today are available for gigs. All right. So if you need to have some acoustic musical stories on your next event, whatever it is, wherever it is in the world, he's going to travel there on your dime, of course.
Exactly.
And his WhatsApp is 301, and it's right here, 237-3102. Again, that's 301-237-3102. As you can tell, he resides in Maryland, USA, with his beautiful wife. I think you're an empty nester, right, brother?
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And tell us about your daughter, if you don't mind. You've got, I saw her on Facebook the other day with you for
Yeah.
Daughter's Day. Yeah.
Yeah, so Morgan is maybe a couple of years older than Donjay.
Okay.
She was born in Brooklyn, and as soon as she could like walk and started, we started thinking we got to get her out of Brooklyn because
Yeah.
back in that time it was a lot of stuff going on, like a lot of racial stuff, and so
Yeah, we
came
did the
out
same
here.
thing.
Yeah, came out here to Maryland, and she went to school here. She did middle, and then she went off to Atlanta actually for college. She went to
Nice.
Spelman. And these days we go check out jazz, and
Yeah.
we go get a bite to eat here and there. Go check out a football game, catch
That's
a beer.
wonderful.
It's interesting when you could be doing shots with your daughter, because I never had that kind of interaction with my father. Died when I was like 18 or 19, so I never got a chance to sit with him man to man,
Yes, sir.
and
Okay.
and I miss that, so I
Yeah.
make sure I do those things.
So a big shout out to Morgan. And what's your wife's name? We got to give her a shout out
Barbara,
as
her
well.
name is Barbara, sleeping right now.
Big shout out to Barbara as well, because she's the one who has to listen to your songs before you put them out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or she say, how long is it? Does she say that too?
Oh my God! I could be like whispering, trying to put
Yeah.
out some lyrics.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm hearing pss, pss, pss.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
thank you for sharing,
Yeah.
giving us a little insight into your lovely family. We wish them nothing but love. All right. Again, now to if you want to reach any of or listen to or watch Alfred's musical stories, you can go to vimeo.com. At the bottom here, /showcase /528170. And he's got about at least 100 videos up there, Vimeos for you, all created by him. Now, everything that you see in an Alfred Adams video, the production, the videography, the graphics, the music, beats, as well as the vocals, they're all done by that man right there.
I don't know who is going to sign up for this now, and you start off with Brother Alfred, because I don't want to collect.
Yeah.
This is really amazing. Your video editor. Listen, music is something you should not do alone. I would never advise.
Right.
Me personally, if I worked on a song with an artist, I help them record it, or I mixed it, I won't be around for the mastering. Or sometimes I don't even mix it, because like I'm already so deep into it. Like
Right.
I won't be able to
Yeah.
give it, what it is. But yeah, I do believe in doing music with others. And we just did a whole production, brother. So
yeah,
kudos to you. And I also big up to Pablo's Karna. This is a well-needed initiative, you know.
Thank you, sir.
Creole Karna, we gonna big you up for this.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. This is a culture movement.
Yes, sir. And I want to big up the Karna crew as well, because we have a village. We want to send out our thoughts and prayers for those families who are affected by Hurricane Ian. And of course, I'd mentioned earlier that our crew member, Savvy, was going through a little rough patch medically. We wish her well. We wish her a speedy recovery. We can't wait to have her back on the Karna for her segment, Savvy on the Beat, on October 15th. So again, the Karna is held every first and third Saturday on Facebook Live. All right. And if you want to follow the Karna, you got to go to facebook.com/Kreolese with the K, Korner with the K 2021. And you'll get all the updates right there. Whenever we go live, you'll be notified and you can join us. All right. That's been a challenge for some folks today. We apologize for that. My niece, Trisha Ross, is celebrating her birthday. I think she's going to be 26 or 27 tomorrow. So I want to wish her a happy birthday to my niece living in Brooklyn, New York, doing some big things. She's like a physical therapist, and I'm very proud of her. So I want to give her a happy birthday wish from me and my lovely wife, June. All right. So as far as the next show on October 15th is going to be an anniversary show. It's going to be 1 year on the Karna. So let's give ourselves a round of applause there, crew. All right, we did it. We still, as Brother Raj would say, he loved my poem, we still there, you know? Yes. So maybe I'll bring that out for the anniversary edition, I think. What do you think, Raj?
Yes,
yeah, I know he's saying yes, for sure. We still there. It's all about perseverance. Now, Alfred's contact information for gigs. Again, we want to thank Alfred for doing the work and celebrating, helping us showcase and celebrate his art with the fans of the Karna. This concert was about celebrating the work and works of Alfred Adams, and I think we did that very well. So I want to give a big shout out to Alfred. Thank you for taking the time and volunteering to be the guinea pig on the Virtual-40 concert. You can reach Alfred for gigs at its WhatsApp. It's 301-237-3102. And you can also experience all of his musical stories on vimeo.com. All right. Now it's the Karna, right? Creolese Karna. So I want to give y'all, before we have our discussion from the panel, I want to give you a little taste of our regular show. We usually have a closing Guyanese proverb. And today, the closing Guyanese proverb for Virtual-40 concert number 1 is partner got business, show he face, oppose he funeral. Partner got business, show he face, oppose he funeral. Dion, you're the Creolese experts on the show. Break that down for me, girl.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, why you always jump on me, case? Partner got business, show he face, oppose he funeral. Okay. What I can gather from that is the couple words, stay in your lane. If you know you're not, if you know that this is you and you're not supposed to be in this business, stay out of it.
There you go. Absolutely. All right. Thank you. That's it.
Personal, though.
Yes. Stay in your lane. I think the takeaway is stay in your lane is apropos.
Posey.
That's right.
Posey.
That's right. There you go. Thank you. So that's what the Karna is all about, you know. We want to make sure we celebrate our Creolese proverb. Brother Alfred, go ahead.
But now that I think about it, if you think about it, a pot cooks food, right?
Yeah.
You
eat the food, and then what the posy do?
Okay.
There's a connection, man.
Yeah. For sure.
It is a connection, but we not the same.
One end, two different ends, right? Two different ends.
But for some creatures, the posy is food, you know.
Yeah. I sorry, I brought
Sally Penta. you know. just to go into the culture a little deeper, right? Am I going too deep here, Pablo?
Yeah. It's a TMI.
I'm going a little too deep there. All right.
Carol's stomach must be churning behind his.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking
Lord.
of Carol, I'm gonna go around the floor of the panel and have everyone give us a little shout out as far as what they're doing, what they're working on, and where fans can contact them if they need their services. So I'm going to start with Carol Monchois. I know she's working on the Alphabet project. So Carol, the floor is yours. Tell us what you're working on.
Well, right now I'm in the process of developing, it's a rebirth of a project I had started 20 years ago. So recently I've had the opportunity to revisit that project, and we're in the process of setting it up by way of creating my website, which will be coming soon. It's cartoonalphabet.com. And our slogan is, it is never too soon to learn. And I'm a strong believer that reading is fundamental, and that parents have a responsibility to their children to teach them to read as soon as possible. So we're working on that project. We have some very interesting products coming on to our website. So be on the lookout for cartoonalphabet.com.
So once it's launched, we are inviting you on the Korner, even though you're a crew member, to be a featured guest so you can share the Cartoon Alphabet project with the world.
Thank
All right.
you
Can
so
we
much.
count on that? Okay.
Of
wonderful.
course.
Thank you
very much,
Carol. All right.
Thank you so much for your support.
So, Brother Don J, what are you working on, and how can fans contact you for gigs?
So right now I'm wrapping up my EP. So that's a big deal for me. That's a project that has been long overdue.
Nice.
But you know, like I said last time, I put all that stuff on pause so I could go finish and complete my education. And so we back to business now.
Yes,
you know.
sir.
And, besides that, you know, we got What's Hot Guyana. This is every Friday on Caribbean Power Jam Radio, where we come and we showcase Guyanese music for 2 hours.
What time?
From 8 to 10.
8 to 10 p.m. Okay.
8 to 10 p.m. on each and every Friday. And every last Friday, we have a hotspot showcase where we'll be showcasing at least 3 Guyanese artists. You get to see them perform a full set. Just come on and support. You know, we have our website also that we have Guyanese music for sale as well. So
nice.
So yeah, and
what's the website?
The website is called whatshot.com. WATZHOTT.com. And if you're in Guyana, you could also purchase music with MMG. So
what's MMG? What's MMG?
GT&T way that you could pay for stuff.
Money. Okay.
And so yeah, so we're trying to build that support culture within the community, because you know these artists, they spend a lot of money to do music and do all these things, and you know streaming is one thing, but when we're trying to streaming is great, but when with streaming, all the streaming monies get thrown into one pot, and then it distributed according to, you know, whatever. So you want to directly support the artists, you like them, it's better to go download the music. If it costs you $1 or 99 cents, it's not going to hurt you. You know what I mean? We're trying to build that support culture within the community, and also to come on and support them when we have an event. So help them build a footprint so that they could get booked for gigs.
There you go. That's
the plan. To see them in a live setting, see how they operate, see how they entertain a crowd, you know what I mean? See how they represent their music. So that's the opportunity. And 3, there's proof in the pudding. We got 3 artists that perform on the Hotspot show were booked for the Guyana Day event.
Wow.
You know, and it was artists that they already knew, but kind of like skipped over in the process, because there's a lot of them. So they got a chance to see them perform and interact with the crowd, and they were booked right there on the spot. You know, shout outs to Zebulon. He said, big up everybody on the panel.
Big up Zebulon.
Come in and comment on the live. Brandon Harding was one of the artists that got booked Guyana Day as well.
Yeah,
And
nice. Nice.
And this guy Rat's Redemption.
Yes.
Right.
Nice.
So,
Well, that's what it's all about. It's about providing that platform where artists can show us what they do. Go ahead, Alfred.
Yeah, so Donjay, is it possible, because I forget, is it possible for us to set up some sort of a communication system where reminders would like be text with like links so that I could just boom and come to your show Friday or
absolutely. See, I'm in contact with you now. Definitely. Okay, cool. I'll have you in. We have a WhatsApp group chat as well. You know what I mean? Okay. With a lot of the artists that we've worked with and plan on working with, so we try to create a community in that way. Nice. But also within the WhatsApp chat, you know, people go and find one another's number. Right.
Is there a Facebook page as well?
There is a Facebook page. We are on Facebook. WhatsApp Guyana.
Okay.
So we have.
I'll reach out there.
Page and a Facebook group as well.
Yeah, those reminders.
The Facebook group, you could come and share your stuff in there, you know, as long as, you know, it's within the guidelines, you know, we try to keep it clean. And, you know, you send in your stuff and, you know, we have a conversation about it, whatever. All right. Give updates in there. And then the page basically promotes all the stuff that we have going on. Right.
I'm going to share that information with the Karna family on the Karna page.
Awesome.
And so because we got to have that synergy, you know, the villages got to come together
and
to make a bigger village.
That's me. I endorse all these programs and all these efforts in the culture movement, because this is bigger than you, Pablo G, right. Pablo GT, all of us on this panel. Yeah. And then a lot of people might not see it right now or understand what's happening, but this is a major shift. This is a major shift in the representation of what the art form is, and we are trying also to encourage and I see the Guyana government is doing a lot more than you know than in the past, but like we want to keep them continuing, and in terms of creating a structure, not just we put on a show. And you know, I need that money, and then they gotta wait till Cricket Carnival come around again. You know what I'm saying? That's a good start, a good initiative, but you know, we also want to bring structure around the belief that people can make a living and support themselves and families, you know what I mean? Doing what they love.
Thank you, Donjay. I appreciate it. Thank you for being on the Karna. I'm gonna turn to Sister Dion C.A. Jones. She's there watching us. Like, you know, she got that school teacher look on.
I know.
What are you working on? How can fans reach you for your services?
Well, I can't say, I wouldn't want to say, pat myself and shouldn't say I'm a jack of all trades, but I am in the business media, website development, and so on and so forth. What I am working on right now is a creative hub for Guyanese creatives. I have heard, and I'm still hearing so long. We have so many talented creatives in Guyana, and there isn't a platform for them to showcase. I mean, while you'll find a few of them having their own personal space on the internet, social media, but if someone, let's say from abroad, wants to see what the creative what are the creatives doing in Guyana, there is no central hub for them to go to get that information.
And by creatives, you mean, give us some examples of who you're talking
not about. Music centric alone. I am talking music, I'm talking designers, poets, cooks, writers, not cooks and chefs. That's I have another product. Okay. Which is a food and wine magazine, which is tasteguyana.com. And on Taste Guyana, I showcase local Guyanese food, chefs from local Guyanese chefs from abroad, locally, and anything centered around food in Guyana. I use that platform for that. But with the creatives, I'm talking about artists, visual artists, poets, writers, designers, and so on. Yes.
Gotcha. Not wonderful.
To touch on what Don was saying, further down the road, I want to do the same with sports. because while I was bodybuilding back in the day, and I am part of still a bodybuilding group in Guyana on Facebook, and I looked at all of the struggles that sportsmen and women are having, especially when it comes around to not carnival, sorry, to Olympics, and everybody is scattering here and there for sponsorship and things like that, and I can see it's hard.
Yeah, there's no way you're gonna go compete with people on the world stage when you gotta leave your day job and then go focus on your other goals.
Exactly.
Or you dealing with somebody who is eating and sleeping, you know what I mean? So we gotta create that resources, you know, to
exactly.
help.
So Dion, how can fans contact you? What's the quickest way?
My website is digitalmedia.com. It's DIJOTAL media.com, and I will have links to everything I'm working on put up shortly, so it will be like a centralized location where you can find everything that I'm working on.
So you go to digitalmedia.com and everything is going to be there.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. We wish you nothing but the best. Sister Dion is a member of the crew. She was also a featured guest, and I think it was show number 19. So she's part of the Karna family. So thank you, my sister.
Yeah, we'll support your magazines on our website as well. So, you know,
thank you, I appreciate it.
Cross-pollination, that's what it's all about.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna turn to Brother Pablo G. What are you working on, my brother, and how can fans reach you for gigs?
Respect each and everyone. I want to say I like what's happening from Guyana to the Karna, and the whole movement of how everything is coming together. And I know that one day everything will fall in place, you know, everything will fall in place.
Absolutely.
Me, Pablo G, I'm working on an album with Kaicho Falls Records. You know, I was doing an EP, and then CJ, you know, rest in peace, CJ went on, you know, I didn't get to complete.
R.I.P.
So now I'm working on the album that I did for Kaicho Falls record, Glenn Miller. I'm working on that. And what I'm doing now is I'm preparing to go to Guyana for Christmas night at Trans with Buster one-man band. You know, I'll be there in Guyana. Big Uncle will be in Guyana.
Nice. Big Uncle. One big uncle or both big uncles?
Well, right now is one big uncle, right?
Yeah.
It's the original, but I guess he's gonna come along. But I will be in Guyana, so there is that show, and you know, I will attend. Even though Big Uncle number 2 wouldn't be there, I could still do the part. And then I'm doing a show in Linden. That's Boxing Night. In Linden with the Irish band. Rollo from Firstborn.
Awesome.
You know, we'll be there with a few artists, you know, so that's what I'm working on right now. And the album.
And how can fans or promoters reach you if they want to use Pablo G in a gig or a concert or a dance or something?
Well, they could contact Dan J. What's happening, everything but me.
There you go. Right. Okay. So, no problem.
Okay.
And of course, on Facebook, you're there as Paul Hawker.
IG is Paul Hawker or Pablo G, the General.
Right. The General. There you go. Wonderful. Well, thank you. And again, congratulations on your award. And we wish you nothing but success, my brother. Thank you for being on the Karna today. All right. I'm gonna turn. Yes.
Gucci Boss is big uncle in training. He learning from the
okay, gotcha. This is the apprentice. Gucci Boss. Yeah, respect every time. I want to thank all the fans that joined us on Facebook. I want to thank my panel, Karna crew guests and regulars, Don J, Andy and Nancy, Carol, Raj, Pablo G, Dion. Thank you very much for the introduction of Alfred. And of course, Brother Al to the A. Man, we could not have done this without you. I think you set the bar real high.
Yes.
So the next artist that comes on is gonna have to make sure that they you know, got the T's crossed and the I's dotted.
Yeah, one way done. That's
what's up. That's what's up.
After Brother Alfred come with.
Well, listen, can I say something?
Yes.
I'm gonna do a live performance.
Nice.
There you go. So there you go. We got them booked. So the 4 dates are January first Saturday in January, first Saturday in April, first Saturday in July, and first Saturday in October. So since the first Saturday in January is booked, Brother Pablo G, we're going to put you down for the first Saturday in April of next year.
Respect.
All right? So see, things happen on the Karna, we make things happen. So thank you, Brother Pablo G, and we'll talk more about that down the road. So so this brings us to the end of this first Virtual-40 concert. I know it looks like Brother Alfred is ready to give us an outro. He's got his guitar going there.
It's live.
Yes.
Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it and pass away. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the ways of evil men, for they sleep not unless they've done some mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they have caused some to fall. They eat the bread of wickedness, they drink the wine of violence, but the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more on a perfect day. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The way of the wicked is as the darkness. Oh, for they know not at what they stumble. Hey. Yeah, the way.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Brother Al.
The ways of the wicked is as the darkness, because they don't know. This is straight out of Proverbs.
Okay, nice. That's right. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So I wanna thank you, Brother Al, again, and then Brother Andy, come back on.
Okay, briefly, etc. Is one way that we've designed to help doing what's hot. Guyana has been doing what a few people is doing. We're trying to bring the music of Guyanese artists to the rest of the world.
Nice. And the podcast is held when? Give us where?
It's going to be 3 times a week, Tuesday through Thursday at 8 p.m.
Okay. And they can go to your website, your Facebook page.
Yeah, they can go to my Facebook page or they can go to youtube.com/Let's Talk Caribbean.
Thanks to all the fans who've been watching us today on Facebook Live. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you again, Brother Al. It was awesome. All right.
Creolese, please. Creolese gone global. Creolese not local anymore. When I meet up with my people, when I hear them in the streets, using big words with melody like Bradaps and Pagoli, I just smile inside and shake my head with pride, knowing that no matter where me they're worldwide, me can never hide from the culture. Is how we think this, is how we think this. Talk Creolese, please. Now listen to the critics, now bother with the English ducks, now heist up your nose like the king, now twist up your tongue for the queen. Keep it rooted in Guyanese. Is how we think this, is how we think this. Talk Creolese, please. Creolese gone global, Creolese not local anymore. Talk it in Guyana, talk it far away. Talk it in the classroom, talk it every day. Creolese is we language, rooted in survival and pain. Creolese is like sunshine to the culture after the rain. Now listen to the critics, now bother with the English ducks. Now heist up your nose like the king, now twist up your tongue for the queen. Keep it rooted in Guyanese. Is how we think this, is how we think this. Talk Creolese, please. Talk it in Guyana, talk it far away, talk it in the classroom, talk it every day. Is how we think this.
talk Creolese, please. Ayo.